She was a vibrant, kind-hearted soul, and he was the charming, ambitious man who captured her heart completely. Their love story felt like a fairy tale, filled with laughter, dreams, and promises of a future together. She saw her entire world in his eyes, a world shimmering with happiness. But fairy tales don't always have happy endings. One day, he left. Just like that. The man who was her sun, her moon, and all her stars vanished, leaving behind a shattered heart and a world plunged into darkness. The vibrant colors of her life faded to gray, and the silence was deafening. She spent countless nights wondering what went wrong, replaying their happiest moments, searching for a clue she might have missed. The pain was a constant, heavy weight in her chest. Then tragedy struck again, but this time, it was him. A terrible accident. The news hit her like a physical blow. The man who had broken her heart was now broken himself. His world literally plunged into darkness. He had lost his sight. The ambitious man who chased grand visions could no longer see the path in front of him. His dreams, once so bright, were now shrouded in an endless night. Friends and family told her to stay away, that he deserved his fate after what he did to her. He broke your heart, they'd say. You owe him nothing. But her heart, though fractured, was still full of a profound, unyielding love. She couldn't just stand by and do nothing. In that moment of shared darkness, hers emotional and his physical, she made a decision that would stun everyone. A decision born from a love so deep it transcended pain and betrayal. While he lay in a hospital bed, lost in despair, she quietly signed the papers. She was a perfect match. She decided to give him the most precious gift she could offer, her own sight. She chose to give him her eyes, the very eyes that had cried so many tears for him, the eyes that had once looked at him with pure adoration. She wanted him to see the world again, to see the sunrise, to chase his dreams, even if she couldn't be a part of them. The surgery was a success. When the bandages came off, his world was flooded with light and color. He could see again. He looked in the mirror, and staring back at him were a pair of familiar, beautiful eyes. Her eyes. He frantically asked the doctors, the nurses, anyone who would listen, about the donor. A nurse, with tears welling up, handed him a letter. His hands trembled as he opened it. The handwriting was hers, a little shaky, but unmistakable. It was a short note, filled with a love that defied all logic. The letter read, "My dearest, if you are reading this, it means I have given you the light to find your way again. I'm sorry I couldn't be the one to walk with you into the future we dreamed of. My world went dark the day you left, so I'm giving you my light. I want you to see all the beauty in the world, to chase every dream, to live a life full of color and joy. Don't feel guilty, just live. Live for the both of us. See the world for me. These eyes have only ever wanted to see you happy, and now they always will. Goodbye, my love." The weight of her sacrifice crashed down on him. He had shattered her heart, and in return, she had given him the world. He ran out of the hospital calling her name, desperate to find her, to tell her he was sorry, to tell her he had been a fool. He searched everywhere, but she was gone. She had moved away, leaving no trace behind, wanting him to move forward without the burden of her presence. He had his sight back, but he had never felt so blind. He saw the world through her eyes, and everything reminded him of her incredible, selfless love. Years passed. He went on to achieve great success, just as she had wished. He became a renowned photographer, capturing the world's beauty through the lens she had given him. Every sunrise he photographed, every smiling face he captured, every breathtaking landscape he framed was a tribute to her. His most famous collection was titled "The World Through Her Eyes." It was a gallery filled with images of hope, kindness, and breathtaking beauty, everything she represented. He never loved again, for his heart belonged to the woman whose eyes he now carried. He spent his life trying to be the man she always believed he could be. He dedicated his life's work to a foundation he started in her name, a foundation that helped people who had lost their sight and their hope. He would often tell people his story, not as a tragedy, but as a testament to the purest form of love. He taught others that true love isn't about possession or pride, but about sacrifice and wanting the best for someone, even if it's not with you. He saw the world with more clarity and compassion than ever before, all because of her ultimate gift. He understood that she hadn't just given him sight, she had given him vision. One day, at an exhibition of his work, an old woman approached him. She looked at a portrait of a sunrise over the ocean and whispered, "It's beautiful." She would have loved it. He turned, and although her face was lined with age and she leaned on a cane, he recognized the familiar warmth in her smile. It was her best friend from years ago. She told him that she had kept her promise not to reveal where she was, but felt it was time he knew. She was living a quiet, peaceful life in a small coastal town, happy and content, running a small library for children. She had never wanted him to find her, only to live his life to the fullest. He found her, sitting by the sea, listening to the waves. He walked up to her, his heart pounding. She couldn't see him, but she seemed to sense his presence. "It's a beautiful day, isn't it?" she said, her voice as gentle as he remembered. He knelt before her, tears streaming down his face. He couldn't speak. He just took her hand. "I know," she whispered, a soft smile on her face. "I'm so proud of the man you've become. You learned to see." In that moment, bathed in the light of the setting sun, two souls, bound by an extraordinary sacrifice, found their peace. He had spent a lifetime seeing the world for her, and she had spent a lifetime knowing he finally understood.